Kids need both parents. And I don't understand why women who keep fathers away from their children, I don't think they understand that they're robbing them, their confidence, their self-esteem. Just knowing that both of their parents love and care about them. Any single mothers out there who happen to be listening right now, please stop maliciously keeping your kids away from their father. I'm not talking about all of y'all. I'm talking about the ones who are standing in the middle of your kids and their dad. So if you know you're doing this, I'm talking to you. Before we get into today's message, I want to send a special shout out to Elliot S. Thank you so much for contributing to this channel, and shout out to everyone who's been donating to help this channel grow. Now, I understand that there are a lot of black women out there who have nothing but contempt for black men. I also know it's nothing that I can do for them. Absolutely nothing. I just don't waste my time on people like that. I'm more concerned with the women in their 20s trying to figure it out before it's too late. And even the young 16-year-old that thanked me the other day. Shout out to her. She was saying that she was growing up with a bunch of women looking to get her to follow their footsteps, and she recognized that's not the way she want to go. I do this for them, so I'm not fighting out of control old women to do anything. You know, the women who always find fault in black men, they love stories like Brother Polight. But it's the women like the ones over here who understand that Brother Polight does not represent black men in general. So they don't allow bad stories like his to fully shape their view on their men. Also, none of the man haters will ever admit that the mothers of these victims are also often responsible for their negligence. They hate their baby daddy so much, they would rather bring in a stranger and give them access to their kids than to make things work with their baby daddy. And by the way, a lot of times, these single mothers, they will only use this stepdad for his money and resources to take care of her and her kids. And I'm not saying all the stepdads and boyfriends are bad people. I'm just saying certain stuff won't happen if that kid's number one protector was there. And that's that child's father. So for the baby mamas out there that keep your kids away from their dads maliciously, you have to stop being mean and hateful and let your kids' dad in their lives. Kwame Brown recently spoke on this, and I have to give Kwame his props. He was 100% correct, and I applaud him for advocating for the kids. Take a look.
These kids are hurting people. See, we wouldn't need no Brother Polights if their daddy was in their life. See, we wouldn't need no Brother Polights if we had a family structure where if y'all not gonna be together, at least let the daddy be around. See, sometimes a man, you might not like your baby daddy or your husband, your ex-husband, whatever. You might not like him. But see, a man will put that little nose down and take a second look at that man, because he ain't having sex with us. You know, we take that extra look, that extra glance at that nigga from the side.
That's a really good point. There are things that you're not going to be able to see that the child's father, a man, will be able to see in another man.
Hold on. You gonna have this nigga around my child? We'll ask those type of questions. You know, the same questions that the baby mama get to ask and call the police and do whatever the fuck she want when you say your black ass is gonna have a woman around your child. Why can't that man be able to put that look on that motherfucker and give him the fear of God, like, yeah, it's one of them here. So yeah, anything out of line, yeah, this is what protection look like. I'm looking right at you, bitch. Yeah, try it, motherfucker. What happened to that? Because I keep telling you, ladies, I know you might find this offensive. There's not a man in the world that think a single woman by herself is protected. Is that shocking, ladies?
That right there, that's a mic drop. Women who don't have protection are the ones always talking about protection. But how do you really have protection if you're alone? There's not a single woman who's protected. She may have brothers who try to fill that role, but a single woman is uncovered. She has no man, so she is unprotected. And her being unprotected, it leaves her vulnerable. Hating men and arguing back and forth with men, that's not gonna get you protection. That's only going to keep you uncovered and unprotected.
I know what they tell you on TV. There is not a man in the world that thinks. Now listen to me, ladies, before you bring your offense, listen to me. Men provide protection. You say it all the time, so it should not be shocking that another man can come around and think he can talk nice to you and weasel his way into your panties and maybe your daughters as well. No man think that you're strong enough to defeat him if no one is looking. They don't think that. So stop buying into this that CNN and this media is telling you, because your kids are paying for this.
You know, the media, they've been drilling this into the women's heads for a long time, that they don't need a man for nothing. And now, decades later, all you ever hear them scream about is how they're not getting protected by men. But all of the real men who's gonna bring structure and order into your life, you don't want them because you think they're controlling. But it's those type of men that you ran out of your kids' lives. And I'm talking about their fathers. You didn't want to cooperate with him. And even now in the co-parenting stage, you have a lot of these malicious women who still won't cooperate.
If a man was around, I highly doubt, and I'm not trying to blame the mama, but most men, I'm talking about real men. I'm not talking about the weak, because y'all gonna talk about to counteract what I'm saying. I'm talking about a man. We get past the point of your feelings, because some little girl allegedly just got touched on. So it ain't about no adult feelings when kids are getting over like this here. We got to bridge this gap between parents so these kids don't get over. Two heads are better than one, ladies. And you done let this in you already, so you done had a baby, so obviously you like them at one point. Get out your feelings and let these men start doing their jobs. It ain't just about his check, no goddamn. Oh, these kids are getting taken advantage of. How can we do our job if we can't even come around the baby because you want to fight all the goddamn time? Half of us don't even like your mother no more, to be honest with you. So it ain't about you. When are we gonna stop this shit and focus on these kids and what's best for the kids?
And that's what it's all about right there. What's best for those kids. And too many bitter baby mamas, they can't get out of their own feelings. They're too selfish, just thinking about self-love. That comes first. But they're not tapping into what their kids need. And that's a good point. Once upon a time, you got along with them good enough to have a baby with them. So even if y'all can't get back together, why can't y'all get along enough to co-parent these kids? At the end of the day, while you're trying to get back at people or hurt people, you're really hurting your kids. Shout out to Jonas, Dark Power, and Elliot. Thank you all for supporting this channel. Want to see more content like this? You can support this channel as well by hitting up the Cash App. The link is below in the description. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis? Want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like and share.